Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be filming another video today, and I'll be joined by this pug, Jack, who will be probably quietly snoring in the background. We're dog sitting him and his brother, Edward. So if you hear snoring, it's probably him sleeping. So I wanted to touch on a topic today that is kind of a touchy topic. I kind of did a video already like this a couple weeks ago on ballet and my journey in like studying in the schools, in my career, and I touched a little bit briefly on my journey with my body and just the mental aspects of ballet itself and how that can affect certain people in the ballet world. And I think it's just important to touch on this kind of stuff because when you keep quiet about it, nobody hears your experiences. Nobody can see if someone's felt the exact same way you felt or gone through the exact same thing you've gone through. And so no matter how embarrassing it might be, no matter how hard or tough or you're worried about somebody judging you, I think the biggest thing is just being open and honest about it. I'm hoping people can find this video helpful, inspiring, and just knowing that there's somebody out there that myself that has gone through this, and I know I'm not a perfect person and I've made mistakes in my life, but instead of staying quiet about it, I thought it'd be better to just go out there and tell you guys what my ballet story in terms of body image, body dysmorphia, eating disorders, the ballet world in general with bodies. So before we get started in this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell if you want to see more videos. I do videos on lifestyle, beauty, food, a lot of stuff. So let's get into the video. Hi. More dogs. We have a full house of dogs this weekend. Okay, let's try this again. So the first topic I thought I would touch on is the fact that ballet is an intense job. And even if it's not a job, but you're in school and you're doing ballet and you're taking classes and you're doing rehearsals, ballet is intense. And there's kind of no denying that with ballet, you have to be very focused and very kind of just your path is very like tunneled in terms of whether you're trying to get a job, whether you have a job and you want to get promoted or you want to do a certain role. It's very like tunnel vision, I guess you would call it. Ballet in itself requires so much mental discipline, and I know from my own experience, I started ballet at 3 years old. And I can link my whole ballet story in the description box below. But ballet, for me, as soon as I was invested in it and as soon as I knew that I wanted to do it seriously, I didn't feel like anything else mattered to me. Ballet is intense, and when you put so much attention in one area, you almost become obsessed with that one thing, and without realizing it, at least for me, this is all, from my own experience, and it may be different for you guys, but at least for me, I didn't feel capable of thinking about anything else, and I felt if I thought about anything else, my dream or my goal was not going to come true. I know different people have different personalities and different people respond differently to different situations and they handle things differently. So this is all relative to the individual and to the person. And for me, I wanted to be obsessed with it. I wanted to not have a plan B. And until I achieved getting a job as a professional ballet dancer, nothing else mattered to me. In ballet, it is required, or it is ideal, to have an ideal body weight, or to have a certain body type, or to have certain proportions, or to be a certain height, or to have certain characteristics that make you the perfect ballerina. The society and different times in ballet history, it has changed over time. And back in the day, you could have really muscular legs and you didn't have to be stick skinny. You could have some curves too. You could be a woman and still do ballet, and that was considered attractive. And you didn't have to get your legs super high or turn 1,000 times to be considered beautiful and successful. And now, as time has gone on, more and more is required of you in this kind of profession. I come from a family that's really small. We're all very skinny, and I went through up and downs of puberty, being slightly heavier than other times and then being super skinny. And I can put on some weight, and I like to put on some weight sometimes because I feel I needed to put weight on, and I'll get to that in a minute. I lose weight really fast, and then I can put some weight on, and I can lose weight really fast and put some weight on. So I've always fluctuated with my weight, and I feel grateful that I can lose weight really fast. I'm really lucky that I do have an easy time losing weight if I need to, or if I feel the need to. So with an ideal weight, for me, I really don't care how much a ballet dancer weighs. As long as the ballet dancer looks fit, healthy, toned, athletic, strong, happy, glowing, that's what I like to watch when I watch other dancers dance. And so this attention on having an ideal weight on the scale is like, I don't agree with that. I think it can be mentally damaging to that individual. And I don't even keep a scale in my house because for me personally, I don't put my weight as a number. If I'm not happy with how I look, then I take the necessary actions to lose a little bit of weight or do some extra exercise, or know that maybe it's just a certain time in the month and I just feel more crummy about myself, and in a few days I'll feel better. And I don't like the focus on a number because everybody has a different body type. I have really strong bones, and they're not as frail as some people's bones, and not as small and petite as some people's bones. But I know I have really strong bones. I don't get injured easily. I can twist my ankle 1,000 times and just walk it off, and I know all my bones and ligaments are really strong. But the strong bones sometimes are heavier, and that doesn't mean I have more fat on me than the dancer next to me or whatever. It just means that maybe that dancer has smaller bones than me, and her mass, her body mass, is just smaller. So this took me a long time to come to terms with. When I was younger, I went through a stage where I was just like, man, like, I'm never going to be as skinny as this person and that person. And so I started dieting, I started losing weight, and because I could lose weight fast, the weight just dropped off rapidly, and my goal weight became lower and lower and lower, and what I wanted to eat became less and less and less. And as I said in my last video, I got a lot of approval for losing weight, even though I was never big in the first place. I was so petite. And I look at pictures of myself, I'm like, I'm so small. Like, I mean, and I wished I had longer legs. I wish my torso was shorter. I wished my neck was longer. I wish my face wasn't so round and I'm big. I just felt like my face was big, and I wish I had small little like hands and feet, and then all of this stuff goes through your mind. And at a certain point of my training, it just was playing in my mind over and over and over again. And I knew I was already skinnier than anybody else in my studio at the time. I knew I was, but I still wanted to go more. And I felt like if I wasn't skinny enough, I would be forgotten. I wouldn't stand out. And I know this kind of weird mindset where it's like, well, if you're so skinny and you look sick, of course you're going to stand out in a negative way. But for some reason, my logic just didn't think like that. So anyway, I ended up going past the healthy weight. I was way below what I should have been intentionally, and I knew it. And every time I looked in the mirror, I still felt too fat. And that is where you know your mind and how you view your body is just morphed into something that's not even like true. It's just like, anyway, as I was going to say about the whole body weight thing and your body mass and your different body types, for me personally, going on a little bit of TMI right now, so if you're a guy and you don't like listening to this stuff, you can watch the next video. But for me, I lost my period when I was...
right now. I wanna push all the limits with you right now. So watch your feelings, the city's screaming, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. People talk and tell what you wanna hear now.